Hello, fam. How are you doing? I hope you're doing amazing. Thank you so much for your support. I do appreciate. I love you so much. I know you know that. For my returning subscribers, thank you so much. I lack words to express how much I love you. And if you're new to this channel, feel at home. I also love visitors. Be part of us by subscribing and join this family. So in today's video, we are going to listen to this young, bold student who faced PM of Jamaica, Andrew Holness. I love how Gen Zs are so proud, and they know right now they are right, so they are not afraid of these politicians anymore. So before I talk much, let's watch this video till the end so that I can come back with more comments.
Peeps, we know that the debate surrounding needs is on in earnest, and many persons are voicing their opinions and concerns. We see now where Prime Minister Andrew Holness has taken step to correct something in his head that is out in the public. He said someone spliced a video from a youth town hall to mislead you and give the impression that I disrespected a young man who asks about needs. This is not so. Please see the full exchange. We must be careful of those who will use dishonesty to achieve their narrow political objectives. Read for yourself, do your own research, and get full clips. Be careful of what and who you trust on social media. So I will play the video clip and you will decide for yourselves whether or not Prime Minister Andrew Holness would have responded to this young man in a way that would have been disrespectful. You will be the judge.
Good night, everyone. My name is Daniel Thomas. I'm the president of the Love March movement, which is a youth organization, and we have an initiative called Colorblind, which is where we encourage young people to be engaged in political and national matters with an unbiased eye, without political assignment or, alignment rather. Okay, so my issue that I would like to raise at this time is with respect to needs. All right. Now, I am not, and we are not, against a national ID. We see the benefit of it. There are great pros. It will fill gaps in the country, but we believe that in its current form, it poses significant issues for many Jamaicans, especially with the fact that there has not been, in my opinion, and many other Jamaicans, 60,000, I checked the petition this morning, 60,000 Jamaicans here and abroad who feel that there needs to be more consultation, ventilation of the issues, speaking about pros and cons. All right, both of them are important to a consultative process. So we're being told that we must enroll in needs, or in the next 3 years we'll be possibly fined a max of $100,000 and barred from government services and possibly private services as well. The only exception being where there's a threat to health or life or a state of national emergency. Now, I'm deeply concerned about this bill because of the impact on the country.
So Charles, you have given us 2 points in the bill that you'd like responded to.
Well, I can't go into all of them, but just to say, right now I qualify for NHT.
Yes.
In 3 years, I will somehow lose my qualification because, somebody can respond to the NHT point, of course.
You're sure about that?
Well, that is my understanding because it won't be a threat to my life or health.
This is where you're going to come to get all the answers. All right, so allow them to respond now. Thanks, Charles. Really appreciate it.
We have over 60,000 Jamaicans.
So Charles, so you have to allow them to respond.
Me?
Yeah,
I'm Thomas, sorry.
I'm so sorry, Thomas. My apologies.
Can I just finish the last 2 lines here?
The last 2 lines?
Very quick.
2 points or lines?
2 lines. So my closing thought would be to withdraw the bill, allow for proper ventilation of the issues over a 3-month period even, town hall meetings and joint select committee where we can properly speak about the many, many issues that are in the bill. We're not against the bill, but we are for the country of Jamaica moving forward.
Thanks,
well,
Thomas.
I tell you what,
Excellent.
Thomas,
yes.
I'm very happy that we find common ground, being that we are both for the country moving forward. But I just wanted to know, can you now get your NHT benefit without providing identification? I just wanted to know. And the answer is no. No, you can't. Secondly, and let's be clear,
Hang on, Thomas, you don't get a second chance. So sorry, you already asked.
you've asked your question.
Rhetorical.
No, you already asked.
Oh, it was
I'm
rhetorical.
sorry.
Okay, fine. Like many other things, it's rhetorical. Fine. Secondly, Thomas, do you know, how old are you, Thomas?
I am 26.
Do you know that this bill, this idea of creating a national registry started from as early as 1970? And we have been discussing this national ID, morphed from having a birth certificate that's unique, starting with ID for voting, which by now most Jamaicans who don't intend to vote but who want some identification decides that, well, we will take the voter ID but we won't vote. I'll give my fingerprint for the voter ID but I don't vote. There are 1.8 million Jamaicans who want an ID and they give their fingerprint willingly, including some of the 60,000 who signed the petition. Answering personal questions, providing personal information, and freely giving of their biometric. The government has that now. What's new? You talk about consultation and speaking about this bill. In 2002, this bill was brought to the Parliament of Jamaica by the then Minister of Health, John Jr. It was tabled in Parliament and a joint select committee was named. It sat and languished and nothing happened. In 2009, former Prime Minister Bruce Golding saw that the bill was there, nothing is happening with it, started a resurrection of it. In 2012, former Prime Minister Portia Simpson Miller took the bill and her very statements, this is a very important thing and we are going to push it, and started the negotiation for a loan to do this with the IDB. It was good for them to start the conversation about a $64 billion loan, but now it is not good. You know what I reject? Do you know what I reject? I reject the view that somehow you have a higher moral authority on this matter than I do. I am not here to create, and I make that point very seriously, because I am not here to create a system that is going to deprive Jamaicans of their freedom. And you know what else?
But the bill does.
I am not hiding from consultation. I am here facing the questions. Unlike most, I am facing the questions and answering them. And I will go to every church in Jamaica. I will go to every room, every house, and I will answer them. Because I am not trying to take away anybody's right.
Deal with the Prime Minister.
And I find that this discussion is disingenuous, unfair, and untruthful. And I will tell you, Jamaica, I am not going to hide from this. If you say that you are for Jamaica and that you agree that we should have a national civil registry, then let us talk as we are doing, but let us talk on the facts of the situation, not on the untruth and what we make up. Let us discuss the facts.
All right.
So this was the reaction of another young man who was not appreciative of how the Prime Minister responded to the first young man who questioned about needs.
Okay, good night everyone. My name is Glendon Martin. I am a student of the University of Technology. And I had a question, but the president had a similar question, so I'll allow him to ask the question. But what I have to say, well, I have a comment actually. The gentleman that asked the question on NIDS, Mr. Prime Minister, I was taken aback by the way you responded to the question. I felt that you came across too strong, and when I was listening to you, while I was listening to you, I was saying, everybody, should I go and ask this gentleman a question? Will he answer me in the same tone that he answered the young man? And what I want to say and what I want to see in Jamaica or overall with politics is that our politicians behave sometimes, even in parliament, when you see them jumping over, arguing with each other. Our young people are looking at this and they're saying this is something that is right because the politicians, the leaders of our country, this is something that they do. So, Mr. Prime Minister, I would like for you to, first of all, apologize on the way you responded to the question. And secondly, allow me to finish, please. Allow me to finish, please.
So, my darling, hang on 1 second. Sir, hold on, everybody. 1 second, 1 second. You know, the great thing about youth, hold on, the great thing about youth is that we see no boundaries at all, none at all. I think that you possibly could think hard on your comment and suggestion, really, in terms of the implications. I understand your feeling, but allow the Prime Minister to respond, though, since you have no quiet question. Allow the Prime Minister to respond.
Just one thing I need to add to
no,
what I was
you've gone past your 30.
Well, just to what I was saying, that our country is seeing some improvement, and that is something I must commend your government on doing. But we want to see more and more where the young people voice is being heard, and you can listen and sit and talk with us to hear what we have to say.
Thank you so much.
Well, look, let me be frank with you, right? Let me be frank with you. I was a young man too. And that's an excellent strategy that you tried to use a while ago. I commend you. Excellent strategy. But I learned one lesson in my political career. Passion. And when you believe in something, you have to stand for it. And you have to speak with passion. And, you know, I'm sure Thomas knows that it was a very good back and forth response. And you made some points, Thomas, and I made some points. Exactly. And at the end of it, Thomas is going to sit me and say, "Hail, Prime Minister." And I'm going to say, "Hail, Thomas."
Yes. Yes.
That is just how debates go.
Yes.
And you know, when we are talking and our hands are gesticulating, as long as we remember to be respectful. That the personhood should not be violated, and that the opinions must be respected.
Absolutely.
Right? You agree?
Thank you so much, Prime Minister.
So, what are your thoughts about this video? Do you support the government, the PM, the Prime Minister, or do you support these young guys? Nowadays I love how young people have come to realize their rights. They fear nothing nowadays. We have to face these politicians and tell them what's working and what's not working. Like here in Africa, this happens a lot. In this one, mostly happens with black people. These black nations, it really, really happens. Our politicians, they are so much corrupt. Like here in Kenya, there's a time that Gen Zs decided, no, this is not going to happen with the finance bill. They came up, they protested, and they spoke up, and things had to change. So that is how these leaders will listen. They know with our parents, they will just go with the flow. But right now, the young people, this young generation has realized that politicians sometimes play with our minds. Yeah. They'll say these things at the end, these things will not happen. They'll say we are going to do this at the end, they're not going to do what they promise the people. So I love how this young generation is waking up, fighting for their rights, fighting for themselves. And at times, these leaders feel so much embarrassed with this young generation. You can see how he's speaking with a lot of bitterness, with a lot. It's like, no, you don't have to tell me what to do. You're so young to tell me what to do. Yeah, but they will have to listen. When the pressure increases, they have to listen. Yeah, sometimes they feel like, yeah, us leaders are the one to control you. But right now, that is not what they are getting. Yeah, young generation, big up, big up, big up. We have to face them and tell them, yes, this one is not working for us, and next time let's be so much careful. Come out in numbers and vote. We are not supposed to leave the voting for our parents. Yeah, when we want to get these bad leaders out, we have really to come out and vote for the right leaders. Yeah, so that was it. I hope you have enjoyed this video. So kindly give it a like, share with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you have not. And kindly give this video a comment in the comment section. Let's have a conversation what you think about the video. So right now I just tell you bye. I'll see you in the next video.